All right. So we got it on, y'all. Lord Jesus, won't he do it? God is good. So hopefully you guys can see. I'm going to make an announcement. Join us on main stage 2. For those of you who are watching virtually, you definitely still want to join us by registering because we're going to be doing some giveaways. So again, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry for the delay, the technical difficulties. I'm just a big believer that anytime you're on the verge of doing something great, something that could change lives, there's always going to be some distractions. And so I appreciate everybody for being patient and appreciate you guys for being here. So I know I asked before if you guys could do this, but do it again for me. Let me know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. Again, what city and state that you guys are chiming in from. Let us know where you guys are. And we're about to get started in 12 seconds. All right, so I am so glad we are back, y'all. Lord, I don't know what was going on. We were having all types of technical difficulties, but I know that means that there's a purpose for us being here today. And I mean, when I say there's a purpose, I know that this message, what you guys are going to learn, what you're going to hear about, is just going to be absolutely life-changing and revolutionary. So thank you so much to everybody that is joining us live. Make sure you go ahead and put into the chat space what city and state that you guys are chiming in from. Make sure my microphone is right. I just don't want it to mess up the focus. You know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, the name of this conference is I Am Not My Abuse. And we came up with this concept last year just because we know that people are dealing with abuse in so many different ways. And it's an unfortunate topic that we have to discuss. But what I will tell you that's so powerful about these incredible people is that they're sharing their truth. And they're sharing their truth on a level of telling you about the different types of abuse that they've all experienced. And so I am so excited about that, guys. Now, what we would have normally done if we would have went to a networking break, but because of the technical difficulties, we're going to get ready to bring up our speakers. But again, if you can hear me loud and clear, make sure you type into the chat space what city and state. And what we'll do while you guys are typing your city and state, because I just want to make sure you guys are here, I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of commercials for you. And then we're going to be right back. So type into the chat space where you guys are chiming in from. And then we're going to be bringing our very first panel for you guys to see.
I am not my abuse. To say that again. I am not my abuse. I am Inga Nicole. For 30 plus years, as a child to an adult and beyond, I was a victim of domestic abuse. But today I can say I am not my invisible abuse. I am a survivor's champion. That simply means I travel the country training, speaking, and educating mental health professionals, nonprofit organizations, religious groups, survivors, and educators on the long-term effects of domestic abuse. And I provide healthy roadmaps to recovery to support them in serving their clients. You can reach me, work with me, support this mission by going to inganicole.com. That's INGANYKOLE.com. There you can like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'm going to send you an awesome gift. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, you are not your abuse.
Good evening, everyone. This is your girl, Melody L. Sheard, known as Melody Levon on social media. I am so thankful and grateful that you guys took the time out this evening to attend the I Am Not My Abuse book conference. You could have chose to be anywhere doing anything at this very moment tonight, but yet you took time out to be with us authors here, and I am so forever grateful. I do want to just let you guys know just a little bit about myself. I empower single women who have faced physical abuse, take their power back from the limiting beliefs that they experience as a result of that physical abuse. Now, I do have a freebie that is available for everyone tonight. It is my 30-day gratitude journal. You want to go to www.melodylsheard.com com to subscribe to get your email to download the free journal. Have a great evening.
Hello, my name is Latasha Sharp. I'm currently the owner of Sharp Mobile Notary Services and LP Marketing and Associates. A little of what I do, I'm a notary public for the state of Illinois. I travel the entire Midwest region. I also am an author. Two-time author, and what I also do, I help entrepreneurs who are overworked and overpaid to increase profits in their business by showing them how to put automated systems in place, using sales funnels and email campaigns to automate their income to where they can work smarter and not harder. I'm also a loan signing agent along with my notary services. I provide those. I provide fingerprint services, things of that nature. If you're interested in any of these services, please feel free to reach me at Latasha at Sharp, at SHARP, notaryservices.org, or you can contact me via phone at 217-553-6252. Thank you for coming to our conference and showing us love on this evening, and God bless you.
All right, y'all. So that's just a few of the commercials. We have more commercials of our amazing authors, speakers, coaches, things of that nature, and we'll be showing them throughout the conference. And so just to make sure everybody knows, I can see you guys typing in the chat space. I see we have Cary, North Carolina, Arizona, Springfield, Illinois, San Antonio. Hello. We have Peoria, Illinois. I feel like I've been there before. We've got, let's see, Chicago, Illinois. Hello. Welcome. And I see you guys playing with the icons. So that's really cool. For those of you who are watching here in the conference, at the bottom in the middle of the screen, you can see like a little emoji, right? And so you can go and click on the reactions. And when you click on the reactions, y'all, you're able to put your hearts, your thumbs up, and all those different things. Now, another thing, everybody who is registered and you are joining us here in the actual conference, that means you have come to Air Meet, right? You're joining us here in the conference, every single one of you. Before we end tonight, I'm going to put a link in the chat that you guys are going to complete, and you're going to be able to get a free 3-day, 2-night hotel voucher on us. All you got to do is pay your taxes, the taxes on the hotel, activated in 30 days. You can stay in any of the 50 plus states here in the United States. So we're going to bless you with that. And we're also going to bless because we have a leaderboard, right? So right now we have a leaderboard, and let me just see where the rankings are. Your leaderboard is based on a couple of things. Number one, like if you add your picture to your profile, or maybe if you send a message to someone privately, if you go and do the networking, all types of stuff, you get points for it, okay? And so right now we have Cherie at 325 points. We have Ashley at 300 points and Robert at 275 points. So you want to do as much as you can, engage as much as you can here in the conference. Make sure, send people messages when we network, go network, add your picture to your profile, update your profile with your contact details. What is so cool about this conference is that it gives you an opportunity to truly connect with so many people all over the place. Okay, so that's how you get your points, but there's tons of ways to get points. But now we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring on our first panel. So let me just make sure we can see that. Okay, good. All right, great. Our first panel, guys, I'm so excited about these two young ladies. I'm so excited about our entire cast for this I Am Not My Abuse. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring them onto the screen, y'all, and let's give it up. Everybody, let's give a round of applause for Melody and Jenny. Hey guys. Well, I know that this topic of what we're speaking on is not something that's light, right? It's not light at all. And, I know that we're here and we are grateful to be here and to be able to be in a space that we can share our truths with individuals. And so I appreciate you guys for willing to be a part of this book and also being willing to tell your story. And so first, I'm going to start with you, Melody. And I would love for you to let everybody know just a little bit about who you are and where are you from?
All right. Well, I'm Melody Sheard, known as Melody Levon. I am from Hampton, Virginia. Woo, 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 woo. Go Crabbers. Okay. Anyway, I have to throw that plug in. And so a little bit about me. I am a life coach, author. Woo! first time. As well as I am a CEO of the Mila She Group. So pretty much I teach, or rather empower, single women who have faced domestic abuse take their power back from the limiting the beliefs that came as a result of the domestic abuse. I'm a mom. I have 2 fur babies. I don't know if y'all can hear them barking. I told them they got to be quiet, but they didn't get no treats when we done. And I'm just so forever grateful for you, Taria, and my fellow collaborators. I love y'all. So
Aw. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. And we're going to dig a little bit deeper and talk about the conversation of what your chapter is all about. But we're going to bring on our other sister in book business, and let's bring on Jenny. So, Jenny, let everybody know a little bit about who you are and, well, where you're from and all that good stuff, darling.
Hey everyone, my name is Jenny Steele and I'm from London, England. A little bit about me. So I'm a mum. I'm also a glamorous grandma. So I've got 3 grandsons.
What? Girl, you look like you're 12. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
I was hoping I was going to just skip past that piece. Get it out quick. I'm a managing director of a company called Project Yana. We specialize in one-to-one support for young people that have experienced domestic abuse at home, unhealthy relationships, exploitation, that's criminal, and sexual violence.
Wow. I think it's so powerful that both of you are working in connection to what this book is about. And so that makes it even more, honestly, I don't want to say the word exciting, but I will say exciting because we need to be able to talk about these things. And, we're hearing so much about these different levels of abuse that are taking place in the world, and how sometimes women or even men are not saying anything. And now it's 5-10 years plus later, and everybody's like, well, why didn't you say anything? And so I do want to talk about that first. Everybody was able to select for their book cover their own custom title. And I allowed everybody to pick one word that you feel would best connect with you and your journey. And so, Melody, if you could share with us, what was your one word? So I am not my example abuse, right? Physical abuse. And so tell us a little bit about your one word, and it, without telling too much in the book, what was your journey of going through that, if you will?
So my one word was physical. I wasn't going to ever share my story. I was just going to keep it to myself. But my journey was more so, it happened in a relationship with someone who I have a child with. And it happened from age 19 to about 21. One of the reasons I didn't want to share my story was because I felt like, yes, I was abused, but I didn't bear the marks on my face. Everywhere else I had the marks, but not on my face. And so, and then my saving grace was I had 2 people who was around my abuser who saw what was happening. And when they knew that it was coming, they intercepted to move me out of the way. So that was why I never wanted to share, because not everyone was as lucky as I was for those moments. But I'm so glad that I did, because that has led me to find my niche and who it is that I need to help, because I'm sure there are plenty other women who have not and will not probably ever share their story, or they just don't know how to deal with the effects that came with harboring that abuse in and not sharing it with anyone.
That's absolutely. And can I ask you this, Melody? Why were you not going to share it?
For the longest time, a lot of people on his side of the family didn't believe it happened, so I kept it inside. And then in addition to that, again, because my abuse, it wasn't as graphic as I've seen other people experience it. I felt, I know her pain, but I can't say that I had a black eye. I can say I had marks on my neck. I can say I had bruises all over my body. I can say I was wearing jeans and long sleeves. And Virginia weather is very humid in the summertime.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling people, oh, I'm fine, I'm not hot, when deep down inside I was. So I just felt like my story wasn't like everybody else's story. And that even some of my peers may look at it like, well, you didn't go through what I go through, so you can't talk to me about being abused. So that's why I never wanted to share it. I was going to just keep it inside.
Wow. Thank you for that. And yeah, and everybody, you know, please like type your comments in the chat space. I'm seeing a lot of the comments, and we appreciate the support. Well, Jenny, let's swing over to you. So tell us, what was your one word, and also express to us a little bit about your journey in that.
So for me, my word was domestic. And my experience is that as a teenager, age 16 plus, I was in a very unhealthy relationship. I think it was domestic, it was abusive, it was controlling. It was very public because I was at college. I could say that I didn't know what I was in. So for me, I decided that when I came out of that relationship, that I was always going to come back and give something back to the age group of what I was. At that time, we're going back a few years, and domestic abuse was more adult-led, refugees, women, children. There was nothing for young people, and it's still very limited now. So for me, I decided that I would create some healthy relationship packages, which is what we also do. So we do healthy relationships in schools, colleges, from primary school to secondary school, and tours. And we also encompass relationship and sex education as well, with a support around the young person and their family. Because it's quite crazy to think that going forward now, we're talking like 20, 30 years for myself, we still don't have enough support for teenagers.
Yeah.
And that support is needed because the numbers are rising. You know, some of my own personal clients are 14 and 15, and that's unhealthy relationships for them. And then there's not enough support for any young people that come through a domestic abuse household. So I decided that I was going to start it and create it. And trust me, I had a hard time with it because a lot of people didn't understand what healthy relationships was about, why we would need it, and what it could change.
Right. Right. You know, that actually sparked something in me, because I'm sure this may be all over the world, but I know, like, coming up in my community, when, you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, right? And when we were coming up, like, it was nothing for maybe one of your close neighbors to, like, if you were doing something, they would discipline you. And so, like, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And so it's honestly, it was almost like a joke. You know, speaking of that, Jenny, I know I had went over to Ghana, and they actually disciplined the kids, like whipping them. And so I remember being in that space, and I was just like, I don't really know what to do because this is their culture.
Yeah.
So I can't come in here and try to switch it up. But what I did was I taught them other ways by rewarding the kids on how to get them to do great. Now, what I wanted to ask you, but that just, because it hit me, because I'm like, dang, like, a lot of times the way that we come up and we're thinking that we're disciplining our children, but ultimately we're teaching them how to solve problems is through force, like hitting.
Yeah.
And that's not the thing. So have you found with your work that you do that many of the kids who come from these environments, that they also tend to take that energy and bring it to school? Like, what have you seen in that?
Definitely. I think a lot of my work also includes learned behavior, and learned behavior from your parental relationship or the household that you grow up in is very important. I suppose something for us in our community is, you know, hitting your children has been a way for many people culturally for us growing up. If you come from Caribbean or African parenting, that's what it is. But what we find now is that needs to change, because there are a lot of parents here in the UK that will be arrested for chastisement. Yeah.
Wow.
So in working with our young person, we can't just work with the young person. We have to work and change the behaviors and beliefs of the family at the same time. So what you're saying is right. The work is bigger than just the young person, because there's cycles that need to be broken within that family. So we do like a 12-week program where we work with the young person and whoever has parental control. But we also offer therapy in-house, whether that be for the young person, parent, and then we bring them together to make sure that the behaviors change all round. It's a big piece of work.
That's good. That's good. And man, that's some real powerful stuff. And hopefully anybody else that is listening that's here in the States, you know, I'm big on collaboration. Like I'm a big believer in that. And so if you do that kind of work in the States as well, and you're listening to Jenny, make sure that you reach out to her, because I believe that we can learn how to grow together, right? As a nation, as a world, shall we say. Absolutely.
I have done a few pieces in Atlanta as well. So I'm really blessed actually. And I just want to say to everyone who's locked in, like I get a lot of support from the US. And you guys are amazing, and I've been following you for a while. I saw this book piece and I was like, I've got to get involved in this. I sent you a message, you was real quick answering me back, so thank you very much, and congratulations to everyone who's got involved.
Absolutely. Congratulations for sure. This is not, and I want everybody to know that we're celebrating the book right now, but this is not going to be it. Like we're still going to be leveraging and pushing this book and making sure that more hands get an opportunity to touch it. Well, Melody, I'm going to come back to you real quick. So what do you say to the woman right now, or even the man, right, that may be going through a situation like you went through? They were in love. This is the mother or the father of their child, and they're dealing with some of these challenges. And just like maybe where you were in the situation, it's like, I'm just going to keep it to myself. What would you say to that woman right now who's like, but I got to figure out a way out? Or that man right now, I got to figure out a way out. What would you say?
I would say to you that's listening and watching this, to have an exit plan, but more importantly, tell someone that you can trust, someone that you can trust, that's not going to cause a situation to be worse. And never let anyone tell you that it did not happen or it's not as bad as it seems. But definitely make sure that you are safe and your child or children, if you have multiple, are safe in that process.
Love it. Thank you for that. And Jenny, what about for you? And I guess even talking on the side of maybe I don't know if we're going to have, hopefully we'll have some high schoolers watching this, right? But even those who are in college or young adults that are dealing with some of these challenges as well. What would be your word of advice for them on getting out of the situation they're in?
I think it would be very, very similar. Find someone you trust. I would also say that, as we've heard from Melody, that sometimes family are too close. You know, you may have to find someone outside of your home, maybe a teacher, lecturer, someone that you really know maybe is not as connected to your family, because as Melody said, that can also hold us back. And it can also hold us back if that person is well known within your community or their family. So I think reach out. I think now we're in good times where you can go online, you know, reach out to some organization online. It's confidential. You know, you don't even have to give your real name or where you're from. And just start there. And if you can't go there, someone like myself, my DMs are always open. They've been open for years. I will signpost and give as much information as I can, even if you're not based in the UK. This stuff is international, you know. Yeah. We can support from all over. It's like a guide.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Well, Melody, how can we get in touch with you? What would you prefer in regards to somebody connecting with you?
So you guys can reach out to me on pretty much any of my social media platforms. I am Melody Levon, Facebook, Instagram. I'm Melody Levon on Twitter, or you can also visit my website at www.melodylsheard.com and reach out to me that way and send an email. I will answer. My DMs are open too as well on both Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you so much. And Jenny, you as well. How can we get in touch with you?
For me, my website, Jenny with an I, Steele.co.uk. Instagram at official Jenny Steele. In fact, you could probably put me into Google by now. If you struggle to find me anywhere else, we are so blessed to have the World Wide Web. But yeah, Instagram, Twitter, or go to my website and you'll be able to connect with me on everything.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I appreciate you so much. Now, y'all, they're not leaving. They're just going off the stage for now, but we're going to have a lot of fun. At the end of this conference, there's going to be an area where I sent you guys before, the lounge, where you're going to be able to go to the lounge and connect with many of our speakers there. You know, I'm sure that you guys have connected with them already, and there's some things that you can relate with them with. And so we want to encourage you guys to make sure you stay to the end so that you can connect with them on the tables. All right. So thank you guys. We will see you back at the conference. Bye, y'all.
Hello, my name is Cherie Allison Casey, and I am so excited to be a part of this I Am Not My Abuse conference. I am a speaker, an author, a podcast host, and a coach. I teach women as a resilience coach. I teach women how to bounce back from bad or narcissistic relationships that have held them back from being their authentic selves. If you would like to work with me, I can be reached at SpeakLife562 on Instagram, SpeakLife562 on Facebook, or you can send me an email at innovativecoachingllc@gmail.com. Enjoy the conference. It's been a wonderful experience.
Hi, I am Ashley Cotter. I love to help single women overcome tragedies from their past, the different traumas we've experienced, so that you can leave your past where it belongs, in the past. You deserve that. You deserve that healing that's needed. And I help people with that. I am a licensed Texas mediator, a mental health coach and chaplain, and I'd love to connect. I hope that you're getting everything that you can get out of this conference, and you can find me at heyitsmeash.com or Instagram and Facebook. I look forward to connecting with you.
Yes. You what? You're recording. You just need me to say a few things. Oh, well, honey, why didn't you tell me that? You ain't have to sneak up on me. I can do that. Okay. Hello, family. I hope you are enjoying this amazing conference. By the way, I am Ernie Peppers, and I am one of the authors in the book. What I do is I transform entrepreneurial women who are struggling to get their business from the back with the vending table to the eye-catching center stage, honey. Okay, and I do that by revolutionizing their bold, bodacious, and badass magnetic presence, honey. Yes. And while they're magneting everyone, they're also drawing attractions to their dream clients. Come on now. And while they're getting their dream clients, they get the opportunity to attract their high profile clients. Yeah, know what I mean? Yes, but this is what I do. Also, I hope you guys didn't have any dessert. Because, honey, victory ain't never been so sweet around here, baby. Not when it comes down to abuse. But look, if you guys stick around, we got some dessert for you. All right? I know I do. I'm coming. Look, they calling me. All right? But look, let me throw these books up at you. Grab as many as you can. Give it out to a friend, family member, because they're both amazing. My first book, Those Give It Out to an Entrepreneur. It is called Mrs. Pepper's Playbook, www.mrspeppersplaybook.com. Also, for this event here, I'm Not My Abuse, you're going to go to www.notmyabuse.com. Grab as many as you can, give it out. All right? But look, I said I'm coming. Look, y'all, I got to go get dressed because I'm on soon. All right? And I don't want to keep you guys waiting. But until then, enjoy the rest of the show. And look, I will see you guys. I'll see you on stage. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Child, that Ernie Peppers. Gotta love her. But thank you. You see all of our amazing authors. These are commercials that we have for you guys. Another thing that I'm going to share with you, every single one of you guys who are registered. So when you go to IamNotMyAbuseBook.com, it'll allow you to join us here in the conference, allow you to be able to win. Let's check out the leadership board real quick. I want to just see what's pop locking and dropping over here in the leadership board. So we got Cherie, who's at 330 points. We've got Ashley at 330 and Robert at 300. So y'all go ahead and push to get some more points. Send some people some private messages. Let me see. Does it tell me what all the points are? I'm going to share the rankings in the feed so y'all can see it. But there's all types of ways. Let me show you how you earn points. So you can earn points, of course, just for entering the event. If you add interest, if you add social media links, if you add an introduction, if you join a session, raise your hand if you ask a question, send a private question, answer a poll if I put a poll out there, send a direct message to someone, reply to someone else's direct message, converse in speed networking match. So this is exciting because guess what we're about to do right now, y'all? I'm about to give you an opportunity to do some speed networking, but I want to make it easy for you, okay? Because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I was one of those people where when it was time to go to some networking events, I would get nervous and shy and scared, I'd run and everything. I could be kind of introverted in those environments. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to do this, okay? So what you're gonna do when you go to the networking, you're first gonna introduce yourself. Hey, my name is Taria Avant. And what I want you to do is real quickly, if you have a business, I help XYZ to do XYZ. But then what I want you to talk about, guys, is I want you to talk about what is something interesting that you have done so far this year, okay? Now, you guys only get 5 minutes per person to network, okay? And we really want to try to keep it a little bit under that, so it's going to be 2.5 minutes per person. So try to do it under 2.5 minutes because I think it's 5 minutes total. So 2.5 minutes each person, okay? Because after we do that one networking session, then we're going to come back here to the main stage. So I'm about to pause this stage real quick just so that I can reset the room, make sure that we get our speakers on stage, and you guys are going to go to speed networking. Now, to find the speed networking, it's really, really simple, guys. You can also click the arrow that's at the top on this side. You can click on the arrow, but I'm also about to put an alert message out right now. I'm going to put a notification to speed networking. And you'll see where you can actually go to speed networking. Hold on. I got to actually start it. So no, I'm going to go start the speed networking first, child. Let me start the speed networking first, child. Let me see. Where's that? Okay, let's see here. I think I have to pause the stage and then start it then. So we'll start the speed networking. You can also go to the lounge to connect with everybody there. And we will be right back here on this stage in just a short. Okay? So see you guys back in a second. Appreciate you. All right.